Hello and welcome back to another episode of Into the 99, where we've got 99 cards, cuz Commanders number 1. I am one of your hosts, Daniel. I have got the boys and Thunder. Thunder, how are you doing today?
I'm still recovering from a crazy week of travel for work reasons. But one of those days I was up until about midnight with a cooking school thing, just a work event. It was pretty crazy.
That's got to be fun. What were you working on it?
There was about 40 of us, and we broke into teams of 4 teams of 10, and each prepared a course of 40 dishes of something. So there was like asparagus on my side. There was asparagus and mushrooms and salad and stuff. It was like a starter dish, and nobody died, so that's good.
That is fair. I got to come visit you if that's what you're doing.
It was a lot of fun.
And Sherman and Slothy. Slothy, how are you doing today?
Oh, you threw off the order. I'm all right. I've been pretty sick this week, but got through it. How have you been?
I'm good. I was just saying before this, I've made a lot of music. I spent a lot of time writing music, so that's basically all I've been focusing on is just writing tons and tons of music. I'm getting busier at work. I'm getting some new fun things to do at work, so it's been good. So I'm trying to get all of this out of the way before all my new busy changes occur. So that's been pretty good. I'll tell you guys a little bit about that after. No one wants to hear me rant about my fun things. And Sherman, how are you doing?
Not bad. Allergy is still bad, but it is what it is. So, but we should probably jump into this because there's a lot to cover.
Let's jump into this one very early. I want to say to everyone who listens to the podcast, I really do appreciate it. We are obviously everyone knows that House of Cards is a great sponsor for us. Go to houseofcards.ca, promo code IT99. You'll get a great discount. But we are with the popularity of Final Fantasy. I didn't get it. So obviously we're going over spoilers today. You've seen the episode title. You knew it's coming. But like I said, I didn't get it, and I never generally do get it with the Universe Beyond stuff. It's not really for me. It doesn't really excite me and stuff. But on the last episode, Sherman was going over lots of the reasons why he's excited for it. Here's the lore of the game. Here's this. Here's that. And so I reached out to our great partners at House of Cards, and we're going to give away a box. Nothing crazy. No hoops to jump through. No follow us on 10 pages. You just got to follow them on Instagram. Follow us on it. And all I want to know is what you're excited for in the set and why. So put it on Instagram or on YouTube comment, whatever it is. Just let me know what you're excited to pull. And yeah, you have a chance to win a box. I'm going to pick a winner next week because the set has been resoundingly successful. I'm often wrong. I say it all the time. And I was wrong about how this was going to be interpreted. The cards are great. It's almost at the level of the Lord of the Rings set in my mind. The flavor's there. The mechanics are there. They hit a home run with this, right?
Yeah, So Lord of the Rings was already a big hit because you had the story that's been loved for a long time, and then you had the movies, and then people loved the movies and everything. But it's still one 3 or 4 stories together, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy's been around for a long time, plus off the spin-offs and everything, right? So the reason why I'm excited is because I'm one of the few people that have played it since day one when it first came over to North America. So, and I've played the majority of them. I would say I've played 80% of the Final Fantasy games that are out there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and when it spans 30 plus years, of all of the games, we only see 16 of these, and of the 16 that they did, we don't even see the other ones. They did Final Fantasy X. We did do X2. We see Final Fantasy 13, but we don't see the second one or the third one. We don't see we don't see a lot of things. So these are just the main numeral Final Fantasies, right? So you have a huge crowd of people that grew up with this over the years. Just growing up with Magic, and you're going to have people that are just going to love it and have big fans. So
my brother manages a card store. I think I've mentioned this twice before, but the amount of people he said are just coming in, and it's they don't even play Magic. we love the game. We want to do that. We wanted to try. And someone said these are good commander decks to start. They're like, stores can't keep this stuff in stock. Like, people are just excited. And again, like I said, there's some cool legends in here. We're gonna go over some stuff that I want to build in here for sure. Don't get me wrong. But like I said, it is a good set. So I really did enjoy that that passion from him. So like I said, House of Cards is going to be helping us give away a box. All you need to do is just tell us what you're excited for in the set and why, and we will pick the best answer. I don't like clicking random 30 times and being like, okay, there. No, put some effort into your comment and you will maybe win. That's it. It is a skill-based contest. There is a skill test required. With that, let's jump right into these spoilers and stuff like that. There's a ton of spoilers. There's so many new cards. I was surprised at the size of this set, especially for a standard legal set.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the best part. It's standard legal.
Right. Well, yeah, let's crack right into these spoilers and stuff. I'll take our first one away. We're just going to go through them and kind of talk like we normally do. And yeah, maybe you'll get your answer to the question we were talking about. So anyways, the first one we've got is Absolute Virtue. And I really like this card. 6, 1 white, 1 blue for an 8/8 Avatar Warrior, which cannot be countered. It has flying, and you have protection from each of your opponents. That's pretty fun. You definitely have to be able to protect this commander, but you can pretty much win by just running only protection for this commander. Just your normal brave the elements nonsense, all that kind of stuff. Like I would just build a flat deck of this and mana rocks and say good luck.
Like true name nemesis for everyone.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
I think in terms of the mana value of some of these cards, it's like really high, which made me wonder like how they're going to play in the drafts. But I mean, when I was looking at some of the other YouTubers, they were saying these are the big hit cards, and it's like an 8 mana card. For draft, I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah, it's it is a big one. I only ever base things on Commander. That's all I really play, and sometimes Arena. But yeah, in a draft format, this seems pretty rough.
Oh, it was rough in the game, let alone rough in playing it. So I don't know. Like 8's not too. Like 8 might not be bad. We never know, right? In the draft, so
that's true.
You know, it's a big body. It can't be countered. It's flying. It has to deck, so it gets in right like pretty easily. So who knows?
I want to say before we go to the next card, I have not looked at most of these cards. I've just looked at a few of the legends. I just read the next card. What are they doing? Who wants to take it?
I can do that. There's actually one of the cards that I wanted to get as well, if I was lucky while opening my boxes, but I wasn't that lucky. So I don't know if I'm going to say it right, but Aether and Prewin, legendary artifact equipment, costs 6 mana, and equipped creature has base power and toughness XX, where X is your life total, and its equip cost is 5. And the reason why I wanted to get it was because I am always looking for these kind of crazy, very weird cards that do stuff like, oh, this creature's power and toughness is equal to your life total, or like pay half your life and do some crazy thing, like, you know, like that. Those are the like janky things that you really want. So yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely a fan.
I would say at least it doesn't give you any evasion. Like you do have to have another second card, because yeah, that's absolutely nutty.
I mean, a card I keep telling one of my friends that is a really good card to play if you're playing like a Voltron or an equipment deck that's got sort of Boros colors, is anything that can just quickly bring the equipment straight onto the battlefield and attach. So the one that I like is Stone Hewer Giant, and something like this is just filthy because that's just
brutal. Yeah,
suddenly this Stone Hero, just because he's got vigilance, he can be triggered in combat after you've declared attackers, and suddenly he's like maybe a 44 with vigilance.
Smash for lethal, yeah.
So yeah, some pretty crazy stuff can happen with this equipment.
Who wants to take our big turtle?
I'll take it. So we got Ancient Animantois for 5 triple green creature turtle. It's an 8 20. That's right, 20 toughness. As vigilance, it has ward 3. As damage isn't removed from this creature during cleanup steps, which is very true to the game. All damage that would be dealt to you and other permanents you control is dealt to this creature instead. When this creature dies, exile it and create 10 tap treasure tokens. This is a hilarious card. You know, okay, like I'm gonna try to keep my side tangent down as much as I can here, but this, like, it's Final Fantasy. I can't stop. So one of my things, like when they first introduced this from Final Fantasy 15, was from Conan O'Brien did an episode of Clueless Gamer with Elijah Wood, and they got to play this game, right? And when they were being told that this took like 3 real days to beat at that time, they were just like, "What the heck?" And like they had like the programmers outside the door. So he's like, if you watch it, you like at the end you'll open it like, "What are you guys doing? Who plays this stuff? Like you guys just officially wasted everyone's time." It was great, but like, yeah, this is in the game. This thing huge. I never beat it because I never got that far, but it's huge.
I like it.
Yeah, I can see some pretty silly stuff. We've got these cheetah creature onto the battlefield abilities and other things, and it's a turtle. I mean, people want to build turtle type or kindred decks, so I can see this coming in, being sacrificed to make all the tokens.
I want to throw this in that Felithar deck where you get to draw 20, make 10 treasures.
We'll be right back.
Ever wondered what a rhythm-based stealth game with dinosaurs might look like? Or a farming sim in space with zombies? Welcome to the Gaming Blender podcast. I'm Matt, and with my co-host Scott, we take a random game genre and random game mechanics, blend them all up, and pitch wild, totally hypothetical games you've never heard of, and maybe shouldn't. New episodes every other week. Hit play and unleash your inner game dev. No coding required. Search the Gaming Blender on your favorite podcast app now.
I mean, make a copy of this thing, write a replication on it. It's just, this thing is wild.
You didn't finish reading the rest of it there, Sherman, with when it dies.
Well, I thought I did. Like when it dies, exile and create 10 tap treasure tokens.
I don't know if you did. Maybe you didn't. Maybe I was just still marveling at it. Yeah, I really want to throw that in Felithar. That's too good of an ability. Yeah, this again, I will say, this set has shocked me with how many cool cards it has.
Yeah.
Yeah, Slothy, you're next here.
Yeah. Speaking of cool cards, we've got Buster Sword. 3 mana of equipment. Equipped creature gets +3/+2. And whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Then you may cast a spell from your hand with mana value less than or equal to that damage, though, mana cost, and equip for 2. And Sherman was showing before this, but he got one of the special art ones.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
It looks real cool.
Yeah, that's very blurry, Sherman. But it's a very cool artwork for sure. I managed to get the normal version today, so I'm quite happy with that as well.
I haven't got any versions of anything yet.
2 boxes.
I had to go pick some up. Connor got the collector sets, by the way. I want those collector decks so bad.
Yeah.
Collector decks or boosters?
No, he got the collector decks.
Get the deck.
Oh, yes.
Get the collector's
Right,
recon.
with the fancy foiling. I'm always skeptical that I'd enjoy playing a deck that's super foiled like that. I'm not sure about it.
Yeah. I don't know. They're so expensive, but there's really cool cards. We have Clive, Ifrit's Dominant, 4 double red. It is a human noble warrior legend. It's 5/5. When Clive enters, you may discard your hand, then draw cards equal to your devotion to red. I do like that a lot. And then 4 double red, a tap, exile Clive, return to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. Activate only as a sorcery, and we get Ifrit, Ward of Inferno. So its first chapter it's like a saga creature, the Saga Demon 9/9. Its first chapter is Lunge. Ifrit fights up to 1 target creature, and then Brimstone are the next 2. Add 4 red mana. If Ifrit has 3 or more lore counters on it, exile and return it to the battlefield face up. I like that. So it's a pretty solid ramp commander.
I wouldn't say it's a ramp commander. I mean, by the time it gets to the create the mana part, I mean, Sure, at that point it's ramping, but it's six mana to get it and 6 to exile it.
I guess that's true, but if you have the 6 to exile and stuff, when it does flip back over, you're up to the 10, right?
Yeah, it's still like, I can see it being very useful, at least from an advantage point.
Everything that adds mana is ramp.
The thing to look out for with these kinds of creatures is resetting the lore counters to 1 or 0. That way you can just keep getting some of the effects. And so then you could just be like, okay, this is just going to make me a bunch of mana, or it's going to fight something every turn.
That's fair.
So,
yeah, the fight every turn would be a lot. It is still a 9/9, which is pretty big.
Big.
And it because it's the same card, right? It's still the commander, so
it is, yes.
Mm-hmm.
You're next, your Thunder.
Yes, and another card I managed to pull today, Cloud Midgar Mercenary. 2 white for a legendary creature, human soldier mercenary. It's a 2/1. And when Cloud enters, search your library for an equipment card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle. As long as Cloud is equipped, if an ability of Cloud or an equipment attached to it triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. This is going to be very complicated to play, I'm quite sure, because there's a lot of equipments that trigger in interesting moments, like to give you extra combats, or he's going to be fun to play. I'm quite sure of that. Would I use him as the commander? I don't know. I feel like he wants to be in more colors. But yeah, still very interesting. My friends want him as well. So yeah.
I could see that being a pretty strong one. I wonder if you can attach something at instant speed and then get the double ETB trigger. I feel like you could. Like Brass Squire.
Sorry?
Like if you were to like Brass Squire like something onto Cloud as it enters, then it is equipped when that ability is triggering.
Yeah, that's a nice technicality. I think, yeah. If it's like enters equipped, yeah, then it should trigger, right?
Yeah. As long as Cloud is equipped with an ability of Cloud or an equipment. So it is written so that you can do that. It's written that way to get the double ETBs.
Yeah. It's tricky to pull off.
Yeah.
But still
worth it.
Worth jankiness, I guess.
Yeah, worth it for the double search, especially as well as a 2-mana commander that is strong.
Yeah. One thing you can do to be real sneaky is make copies of him if you're in the right colors for that or have means to do it. And then you obviously just let the copy die. But then you'll at least get that trigger of when enters, and then you get to tutor the equipment to your hand.
True, I like that.
All right, let's look at the next card here. It's going to be a Cloud again. This time it's Cloud, Planet's Champion for 3 and a Boros. So, legendary creature, human soldier mercenary, 4/4. During your turn, as long as Cloud is equipped, it has double strike and indestructible. Equip abilities, and you activate that target Cloud cost 2 less to activate. So this should be in the starter thing with Sephiroth, I believe, right?
With the other Sephiroth, like the second one?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know what's 2 in them. I will say that's very good. You can, a lot of equipment is 2 to equip. Like you can throw all the swords on for that.
Yep.
Yeah, none of this first time a turn stuff.
Any commander or potential commander that makes itself indestructible or is indestructible is a problem.
Well, and then also double strike too is rough.
Oh yes, yeah. But I mean, I'm starting to see like they're making more and more double strike equipment, and I'm starting to feel like it's kind of diluting that particular ability. It's still good. Don't get me wrong. Like anything that gives itself double strike is really strong, especially seeing as it's starting out as a 4/4 here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, but still, like it's becoming a little bit less. It's like when I build the commander, I feel like I don't want to put the equipment in that would give it double strike. I rather put the Ember Cleave or the other double strike equipment into a different deck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
which is probably a good thing. You know? Like, try some other equipment that you've never played with before. So yeah.
Yeah, like Hot Soup.
True.
Oh yeah, Hot Soup.
The Dark Confident, by the way, is very cool new artwork.
Yeah.
Next one we've got here. Emmett Stone, Unthundered. This is one that I've been hearing a lot about. 1 blue and a black for 2/4 legendary Elder Wizard with Vigilance. Whenever Emmett enters or attacks, draw a card, discard a card. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 14 or more cards in your graveyard, you may transform. And then he transforms into Hades, Sorcerer of Eld. 6/6 legendary Avatar with Vigilance and Echo of the Lost. During your turn, you may play cards from your graveyard. If a card or token will be put into your graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
This
Emmett
is
seems
very
interesting.
Yeah. I got one of him today, and I didn't look at the back, but that back ability, I mean, he's in the colors where you could give yourself a choice of which affects the thing going into the graveyard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
well, even with things like Cast Distant Mage, being able to cast from your graveyard is a very, very powerful ability.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so true.
Like even being able to get, because you're still in colors that you can be copying spells. Like in blue, you do have some storm kind of abilities, and even being able to get off like a dark ritual again, it's even just a dark ritual alone is already a strong ability to get off.
Yeah,
I like it.
6/6 with Vigilance. On the flip side, I mean, it's not that hard to get 14 or more cards in your graveyard. I could see him being quite strong.
Yeah. Well, and especially if you're running like even a little bit of self-mill, you're going to be able to basically auto flip this.
Yeah.
Yeah, self-mill, surveil.
Yeah, you honestly might be able to flip this the turn it comes out with just some of the mill 10 cards that are available right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Type things.
The next one we have too, I love this card. I've already got a bunch of these put aside for me that I have to go pick up. It's Go-Go, Master of Mimicry. I love this card. I love anything that lets me do more of what my commander wants to do, and that's basically everything that this is. Either triggered abilities, commanders, whatever it is. It's 2 and a blue for 2/4 legendary wizard. You pay XX. Copy target activated or triggered ability you control X times. You may choose new targets. This ability can't be copied, and X can't be 0. I still love this. This is, again, a lot of my commander abilities are triggers, and I want more and more and more of them. And I love this mana sink to just be able to do it. But there's so many cool things like any Panharmonicon kind of triggers, any landfall kind of triggers. I love so many triggered abilities a lot. So yeah, this is a very, very cool card. I love the artwork on it too.
How does this work with the XX and the reduce cost abilities? Is it like
those are costs. So they're not triggers. Like trigger is like something like
what I mean is like with that paying the X.
Oh, you mean like if I have something that reduces the cost, like a training grounds.
Yes.
Yeah, it pays from 1X.
Yeah, well, it's the like XX. If it's 5, if I'm going for 5, then it's a 10 of total. 10 is total, so then it would reduce it by like 2 for training grounds. So I'd have to pay 8 for 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm just thinking I want to put it in the Kenrith deck because Kenrith was reprinted here. Plus I got this guy, and I needed the Kenrith for my build of your deck where you deny people
to skip the turns.
Like you don't have any more turns. So
I love that deck.
Feels like this is gonna happen now. It's nearly ready to go.
For me, I have one of my favorite, like I think more unique kind of decks is Experiment Kraj. You don't really see Experiment Kraj, and this is just Experiment Kraj bait because everything in that deck is activated abilities that I want to be able to keep copying and stuff like untap abilities to be able to keep doing this, infinite mana generation abilities. I love Experiment Kraj, right? So also being able to give Experiment Kraj this ability is pretty silly.
So yeah, this is just a combo piece basically then.
Oh yeah.
All right. Pretty strong.
If you have it's pretty easy to get it into, even if you have just the 2, to be able to like the 2 mana to copy a what's the Kiora's follower? The untap a permanent kind of thing?
Untap permanent?
Yeah, that like you can basically generate infinite untaps by just using the copy to untap like 2 lands and the Kiora's follower every time, right? That kind of thing.
Okay.
Like any land that produces 2 like the bounce lands.
Yes.
Now
we're talking my language.
Yeah, exactly. nice fun combos. Sherman, you
Awesome.
take our silly clown. Or no, Thunder, you take our clown. Sorry.
Sure, I'll do Kefka. I love the artwork on Kefka. I think it's one of the very standout cards, so highly recommend getting one at least. But Kefka Court Mage, 2 blue, a black, and a red for legendary creature human wizard. He's a 4/5, and whenever Kefka enters or attacks, each player discards a card. Then you draw a card for each card type among cards discarded this way. So there's a lot of admin there. And then if you pay 8, each opponent sacrifices a permanent of their choice. And then you get to transform Kefka, activate only as a sorcery. And then the back is Kefka, Ruler of Ruin. It's, again, legendary creature avatar wizard, 5/7 flyer. Whenever an opponent loses life during your turn, you draw that many cards, which is very stupid.
That's rough, yeah.
Wow.
I think it's fantastic. It's still great.
So strong. In the wheel decks and stuff where you can what's it, Psychosis Call or whatever, you just draw cards, lose life.
Oh yeah, I guess that would infinitely kill them. You draw, they lose their life. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, this is mad. I
love the artwork. It really reminds me of like a character from an anime, like just from ReZero. I really, really like its artwork.
Ah, yes, the Lord of the Manor.
Yes, exactly. Roswell.
Yeah.
And Roswell's so silly.
All right. Let's go to the next one, or else I'm going to stop. Lightning, Army of One is the next one. For 1 in a red and a white, legendary creature, human soldier, 3/2, has first strike, trample, and lifelink. She also has stagger. When lightning deals combat damage to a player, until your next turn, if a source would deal damage to that player, or a permanent that player controls, it deals double that damage instead. Lightning's insane.
Now this is the nonsense I want double strike on.
Yeah,
I pulled her today as well.
A dope commander card.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, one of my friends was like, "We really want this," and I'm like, "Okay, come on, boxers, boosters, give me one." And there she was, right next to a double strike in equipment. I was like, "Yes, let's go."
That's a pretty cool commander.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah. Honestly, I would want to build this just also with like combat tricks, like because you've got like you have all like the red like fury, double target creatures power, that kind of stuff, and giving everyone double damage is pretty mean. It's really funny.
Yeah, until your next turn. That sounds like it goes in the Kenrith deck.
I was gonna say it almost makes me want to put it in Kenrith and just take just double someone's damage, and they take quadruple damage every turn.
It's any source. Any source. So any player.
If you can blitz this out and you have double strike on it in some way, it's going to hit first for 3, and then the next one will hit for 6, so they'll take 9, but then they'll take quadruple damage till your next turn.
Ooh.
I lightning bolt for 12.
One, like she has trample. She has first strike trample.
Oh, so anything death touch just rolls over this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously you're gonna throw some death touch.
We stop the episode right now. We live brew it. Let's get to the game store. What are we talking about? Yeah, lightning's pretty good. I didn't see it. Like I said, there's a ton in here. It's such a big set. I didn't see so many of them. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beautiful artwork as well.
I'll build one, and maybe I'll build a lightning deck, and maybe I'll actually try to finish 13. I never finished 13. I could not get into it.
I do love the fact you told us last one that the game number is on the card, so you can see what it's from. I think that's super cool.
Yeah, that helps a lot. From like Slothy pointed it out. Yeah, like this is like Lightning's one of the main characters from 13, but there's like 13. There's 13 like -2, and there's 13-3 Lightning Return. So don't ask me for the storyline. I don't know it. I know the basis of it. I play like maybe like 70% of the 13. Didn't touch the second one, and I played the demo for Lightning Returns at E3 back in the day. That's about it.
Okay. Moving on here, we've got Nibelheim Aflame. 2 double red for sorcery. Choose target creature you control. It deals damage equal to its power to each other creature. If the spell was cast from a graveyard, discard your hand and draw 4 cards. And it has flashback for 5 double red.
It's not bad.
Yep.
The second artwork is so sick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is pretty sweet.
Oh, so nice. But and this is a strong card too. Holy smoke! We've been looking at a lot of creatures and whatnot just cause, but this is like a really strong. Well, it's a mythic. Let's face it. But yeah.
Yeah, it's
And it has flashback.
it's not too expensive at the moment because again, this is another one I got. So I was checking the price, but I want to put it in my Teamer Commander deck. What's it? Urshki? I can't remember now. My brain is fried still. But
honestly, throwing this in the Lightning deck as well is a pretty awesome way because it's the creature dealing the damage, not the card, right? So you can grab any of that wither nonsense, any life linker,
Yep.
I like it.
I'm throwing this into my Emerald deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it me here with the big baddie himself?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sephiroth, Fabled Soldier. 2 and a black for a 3/3 human avatar soldier. When Sephiroth enters or attacks, you may sack another creature. If you do, draw a card. We've already talked about this one in an episode, and it was insane. Whenever another creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain a life. Insane. And then if this is the 4th time this ability is resolved, you transform Sephiroth over into Sephiroth One-Winged Angel. Also, a very expensive card right now. It's you're gonna have to crack packs to pull this one. It's pretty good. Yeah, 5/5 Angel Nightmare Avatar. Flying, it has an ability called Supernova. As this creature transforms into Sephiroth One-Winged Angel, you get an emblem. Whenever a creature dies, target opponent loses a life, you gain a life. When Sephiroth attacks, you can sack any number of other creatures. If you do, draw that many cards. A powerhouse card, absolutely.
Why is it an emblem? That's so strong.
I wonder if we're ever going to get something to interact with emblems somewhere.
Oh, they're going to have to. The way they're going with these things.
You know what? I hope they don't. Let's. I'm gonna. It's a hot take. I hope they never come up with anything that interacts with emblem. You want to get rid of the emblem? Destroy the player. There you go. That's how you get rid of it. Keep it that way.
It's going to be double all your emblems.
I do like that.
Make something that doubles all your emblems, and we'll see what happens. You have an emblem, make a copy of the emblem.
Copy target emblem?
Yeah,
Yep.
There you go.
I like it.
It'll be a mythic. It'll be everyone's like, oh, this seems like awesome, but it'll be like a 50-cent mythic because it's so niche that no one's gonna play it unless you play those certain decks.
Planeswalker decks are going silly. They definitely needed more.
There you go.
Yeah. Next up, it's Sephiroth again, but Planet's Air. 4 a blue, a black for a legendary creature, human avatar soldier. He's a 4/4 with vigilance, and when Sephiroth enters, creatures your opponents control get -2/-2 until end of turn. And whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Sephiroth. So sort of pseudo board wipey, and then immediately Voltron. So yeah, I mean, a little expensive, but I think it can work.
Well, the next one's pretty crazy too.
Yeah. Next one, it's gonna be Summon Bahamut for 9 mana. It's a 9/9. It has 4 chapters. Okay, chapter 1 and chapter 2 are destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. Really dope. It's 9 mana, might as well. Chapter 3 is draw 2 cards. Not so great. Still nice though. Chapter 4 has Mega Flare. This creature deals damage equal to the total mana value of other permanents you control to each opponent. Now that is a sick thing. Oh my goodness, that is so awesome.
What the
That's
hell?
sweet.
There's so many times that I have decks that just have nothing but mana, nothing to do. I've got elf decks, I've got artifact themed decks, and I'm always looking for things, and this is just a great thing to throw into them. It's double destroy, draw 2, and if you don't answer it, you're gonna really eat some damage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can totally see this. I mean, let's look at it at its base value here. It's a 9 mana, 9/9 flyer. Saga Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a dragon, you got your dragon relationships. But when that last lore is hit, it's total mana value of other permanents. Okay, so it doesn't count itself. That's important.
No,
So you're going to want to put this in like a...
Rigo?
Miriam. Rigo. Sure.
No one knows what's going on with my Rigo decks. Count it up. I've got 15 creatures, but it's still somehow only 13 damage they take. No.
How is this possible?
Orthopter, Memnite,
Shield Sphere. Yeah, you get it.
Phyrexian Walker.
Oh man, that's hilarious. I really like it. It's good. I got one as well. So.
Oh, that's also the second artwork is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the next saga is quite the saga as well.
Yeah. We've got Summon, Knights of Round. 6 double white for a 3/3 with Indestructible, Saga Knight. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You create 3 2/2 white knight creature tokens. And 5, Ultimate End. Other creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. Put an indestructible counter on each of them.
Disgusting.
I have to say, kudos to the design team, because waiting for summons normally in Final Fantasy you can't skip. You have to let it play out. Knights of the Realm was so long; it's like a minute summon, and it's so annoying. Sometimes it's like, okay, I need a pee break. You just fight a monster. You cast like Knights of the Realm, and you like how you like race commercials back then. You're watching TV, like commercials on, and you race to the washroom. Same deal here. You cast a summon. You summon Knights of the Realm. It takes like a minute and a half sometimes. I don't know, like who knows. And you race to the bathroom just to come back. Like, is it done? Yay! Okay, now you play.
You know what's going to happen with this is proliferate and the relevant commanders that help the lore counter stuff, the sagas, and it's going to come out, and you're going to suddenly just have a full battlefield of knights with indestructible counters. And everybody's going to be like, what the heck just happened?
Broken the game before, we can break it again.
And it's not even legendary, so you can just make copies of this thing because it's a creature, right? So rights of replication.
Oh yeah, it is a creature. I keep forgetting that it's not just an enchantment.
Oh, this is so stupid.
That's pretty good.
Kicked rights of replication, making 18 2/2s on your upkeep.
This is good. So, like, Arena cannot handle this card.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's really funny.
It's just ridiculous.
We have our Terra Magical Adept. It is 1/1 green, 1 red for a 4/2 human wizard warrior. When Terra enters, mill 5 cards. Put up to 1 enchantment milled this way into your hand. And then has Trance, 4/1 red, 1 green. Tap, exile Terra. So you blink it, flip it over basically. And we have Esper Terra, a 6/6 legendary creature saga wizard. First 3 chapters are create a token that's a copy of target non-legendary enchantment you control. It gains haste. If it's a saga, put up to 3 counters on it, sack it at the beginning of the next end step. And then for 5, you add double white, double blue, double black, double red, double green, and exile it and return to the battlefield. This is really cool.
What's the identity here there?
I was going to say this is a 5-color commander because it's all parts of the commander, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So summon Knights of the Round and Esper Terra. That's the thing. Oh, I think we found the commander. It's going to be so stupid.
That's pretty cool.
There's been videos going around about Terra. Once you flip it, making copies of it and going infinite with it. I haven't looked at it, but I've seen some of the videos mentioning it, but I haven't gone in depth with it. But if anyone's interested, I suggest trying to look that up because it seems interesting.
Yeah, it's going to work very well. I like her design, and I remember at one point they were talking about how, I think it was the old Commander Committee, whatever, they didn't want more of these 5-color type commanders, Well, now we've got Terra. So.
I like 5-color commanders because you can go so many cool ways with them, right? There's a lot of enchantment themed decks that'd be fun with this.
Super cool.
You're up here, Thunder.
Yeah, Traveling Chocobo. Another one that I got. I feel like I got half of these. It must have been really good boxes, apparently. 2 and a green for a creature bird, 3/2. You may look at the top card of your library at any time, and you may play land cards and cast bird spells from the top of your library. If a land or bird you control entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. And this is the Chocobo that comes in all the different colors, including the limited 77 golden Chocobos, which look absolutely glorious. Like they're as amazing as I thought they were going to look with the gold foiling.
Yeah.
What a card.
This is, like I said, I really like landfall shenanigans. This is pretty good.
I mean, birds and
you guys
lands.
all want.
It's just so good. I love this. I want to build a Chocobo deck so bad, and now I've got the Chocobo, so I'm going to build it. So let's go.
Oh, I want this card to come down in price. When it inevitably gets banned in the next week or two, then it's coming down, and I'm gonna then I'll build it because I love this second version of this card. I think it's you right now, Sherman, but man, this card's getting banned for sure.
Yeah.
They did not learn.
No, this card gone crazy. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone's making decks about it. Like CEDH all the way. Like it's high power, you name it. It's VV Tornado. Sorry, VV Tornado. For 1 in a blue and a red. Legendary creature wizard 0/3. Now its ability is insane. For 0 mana, add X mana in any combination of blue and or red, where X is VV's power. Activate only during your turn and only once each turn. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on VV, and it deals 1 damage to each player. Everyone's been going crazy over this one, and I don't blame them. It's such a good card.
If you took the first ability off of this card, just wiped it off, we just pretended they were reasonable, no 0 add X mana thing, and it was whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a 1/1 counter on it and 1 damage to each opponent, I'd be like, wow, this is really cool. This makes me like a pseudo-viable burn kind of commander. This is great. And then my commander gets this. Why would they make this?
Once again, we get another of these Veyron type red-blue commanders that just are ridiculously powerful.
Again, like I said, I want to build it, obviously, but what's the point? It'll be like, here's the episode VV Deck Tech. Here's the next episode. Rest in peace, VV. It obviously can't stay, but man, it's so good.
Oh, just do what I did with Nadu. Build the deck, and it's there now.
Yeah, play it anyways.
Yeah.
For posterity, just want to know what it's like.
I
right?
don't know how to read. I don't read ban lists.
Bands? Brackets? What?
more of a suggestion than anything.
Yeah.
It's just
This is my bracket 1 VV deck. Ugh.
I would be down for that. Making a bracket 1 VV deck. That sounds fun.
Again, it's too strong of an ability to make a bracket 1, because even if you dropped it with like 1 drops of like ops, like you're still killing the table so fast.
No. You do not do that. You make a VV at bracket 1. The easiest way to do that: have all creatures, no non-creature spells, all creatures.
Yeah, all creatures that like buff VV's power or something.
Yeah, they all increase VV's power, but they're all creatures. So you do not get that second ability at any point. Come on.
You're using it just to power more creatures out with the mana.
You're just
Hey, I've got a more fun idea for that. The spells that let you cast your opponent's stuff, so that you like burn them out with your opponent's spells.
I do like.
Are you hitting yourself?
Yeah, why are you hurting yourself?
There you go. There's a bracket 1 deck for you with VV. There you go. Not everything has to be overpowered. You want to have fun, do stupid, janky stuff. That's the way to go. Do it that way.
But that's until I'm sitting there.
It's great.
That's until I'm sitting there playing pseudo miracles and get to my turn and say, "Oh, I'm gonna Blue Sun Zenith you for 90." Whoops.
Okay, If someone's letting you be able to generate that much mana with Vivi that you can Blue Sun Zenith for 90, they deserve it.
Well, again, you have to remember, right? When you cast a spell first, it's putting the counters on Vivi, but red's full of double target creatures' power abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let me.
Yeah, it's true.
That's how my mono red works.
But remember, if we're making a jank deck, the majority of those that double the power are non-creature spells. We're doing nothing but pure creatures, all creatures. We do not touch the second ability unless we're like finding a way to copy someone else's ability, right? But even then, it's not a cast; it's a copy, so it doesn't count. So it doesn't matter unless we steal their spell somehow.
If we go into this, we've got Bulk Up. We have Temur. That's double strike. We have, I guess there's only really like two main ones, Unleash Fury and Bulk Up, but Bulk Up has flashback.
And they're creatures?
No, these are not creatures. These are specifically not creatures.
Yeah, we're playing non-creature spells, Sherman. Because we want to be degenerate.
All creatures.
All creatures all day.
We're making a bracket 1 Vivi. Everything's a creature. I don't care.
Just the wild flex to spend. I think Vivi's like $70 or $80 right now, just to make an $80 budget jank deck. $80 of the dollars for command zone.
I have a commander that's like $60, and it's a jank deck. Okay, and like I don't care. I'll do it.
14th Doctor's over $100 right now.
That is true. I do like your 14th Doctor deck. I'm taking so many pictures of this. I like this. Yeah, this next one too is also pretty cool. I think it's you, Slothy.
Yeah. We've got Yisholta Rule, 4 double blue for Legendary Cat Druid, 3/5. At the beginning of your end step, exile target creature you control, then return to the battlefield under its owner's control. If it's the first end step of the turn, there's an additional end step after this step.
It's really cool.
That's so neat. I'm excited for this one.
Well, this gives you a double blink every turn, right?
Double blink or double card draw, depending on what it is. Like it depends on what you're gonna do for end step. We have so many things that does stuff on the end step. You know, it's silly.
But I love to blink creatures so much.
Imagine like having this. Like, let's say you throw it to a deck. Like, let's say I was playing like my local god deck, and I have this in there and have Fevered Vision. Okay, so at the end step, you know.
Draw again.
Yeah. Like, ooh. What if we have the Monarch?
Oh yes.
You know? Oh yeah.
Monarch worked well, yeah.
I like things like this, like that give you like the extra of a step things. Extra of a combat step, that's boring. We've done it. We've seen it. Unless it's with lightning. I do want extra combat lightning.
There's extra combats in this set.
But this Y'shtola is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I think it's me with this Yuna. We've got Yuna, Hope of Spira. We built this one live, and I loved this. I started building this deck as well. It's 3 a green, a white. It's a human cleric, 3/5. Also, I gotta say quickly, clerics got so much love in this set, and I love clerics. I have ample cleric decks. I have got the Bat cleric deck. I just have too many cleric decks, and they really got a lot of love. And seeing it like go over into, normally your cleric decks are like Orzhov or mono white. So I like it. Being able to make a cleric deck that can ramp a little bit is awesome. Yuna, Hope of Spira is a 3/5. During your turn, Yuna and enchantment creatures you control have trample, lifelink, ward 2. Silly. Beginning of your end step, return up to 1 target enchantment from your graveyard to the battlefield with finality counter on it. Also silly.
Yep.
Yeah. Yuna's very cool, and very cool artwork on it.
Yeah, Yuna. I'm very sad, but I'll have to buy her with that nice, surge foiling. It looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the pink, it works well.
Yeah. Really quickly to ask you guys here, do we want to, a little behind the scenes baseball for everyone listening, but do we want to split this here and then just make a second episode?
How many more do we have after this?
We've got so many more cards.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me cut there. We'll do the mythics, and then I'll give everyone a second episode on like maybe Wednesday. Then everyone gets another reminder to do the contest and maybe win a box. So okay, let me get to our. Here we go. There we go. Thank you everyone for getting through our totally scripted, where we were planning to end this whole time episode. Thanks for hearing us yap on this. Like I said, we are doing a giveaway for a box, so just come over to basically any of our comment sections and just let us know what card you want to build, why you want to build it, and we're going to pick a winner. That's all there is to it. If you want any of these cards, go to houseofcards.ca, promo code IT99. You're going to get a discount at checkout. They have great stock. They're very fast at shipping. They're a great company. So go over there, get your discount, buy all these expensive cards. Go buy some serialized chocobos from them with that promo code, please. Come on, that's quite the discount. Other than that, I really appreciate everyone listening. I love to throw these kind of decks into AI Armor sleeves. They're really good. And then I think Thunder, this week also threw up another great article. So go over to into99.com. All of our content's up there. Thunder writes lots of really, really cool articles, and they're very well thought out and much, much smarter deck building than I do. So go check that out as well. Like, share, subscribe. It helps us out. And if you want to build decks, play some spell table games with us, that kind of thing, go over to Patreon and support us there. That's it. We let it go from here, and then we give another episode because we've been yapping with this. Thank you, everyone, and bye-bye.
All right, see you next episode.
See ya.
Bye.